Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another set of roster reviews in the past few days. I have a couple paid reviews, so I don't like to let those pile up. So do a couple paid reviews today and one free review, starting with the paid review. The two paid reviews. And this is Jugghub for 3.47 million GP. The account is very new. It's like 2 weeks old or something. Yeah, it's like almost exactly 2 weeks old, and they said they are a decent spender. So that kind of helps. Well, I don't know. It kind of makes it a little bit hard to give advice because I am so used to like the free to play way, and that's collect a Republic fleet early, and then you build up a bunch of different teams to try to get all these assault battles. I still think that's important for a spender, and these light speed tokens are insane too. So we already have a first order team, so maybe he's going for Slicker first. Ships, you can, if you bought the hyperdrive, or like looks like they have bundles, they have bounty hunters. You don't need to do Galactic Republic fleet first if you're spending, and you got the hyperdrive bundle and other bundles that have like 7 stars and do blow away. 7-star bounty hunter ships, yes, do Executor. Don't worry about getting that up and running. They said they're running Home 1 for now with Random Mismatch fleet, which is fine because you can actually run if you have B-Wing and the reinforcements, which I don't know, is it here? If you have B-Wing and the reinforcements, you can kind of, okay, they don't have it yet. Well, it's not really farmable yet. Rogue One is. You can get those extra turns. You can still get that instant ultimate, I think. As long as it's not like Scoundrel starting lineup or something. But yeah, you can just put anything in there. And honestly, it's fine. What's their rank? I was looking right at, I forgot to take it. Okay. Number 3. In their finalizer. Well, I guess I just realized that. They have a level 53 finalizer. They were using Home 1, I guess. And finalize in the early days, yeah, that should be enough to climb. Executor, they're going to be fine. It's almost like I don't even know what help you'd need. They got a Datacron. Looks like perfect rerolls, basically, except for level 6. Definitely re-roll that, get the wordy one, the long one. And it's tank. I don't know who you're using. Air units. One thing I'd say, I don't know about right now, because we're in the middle of an era. For a new account that's a spender, definitely focus on the era stuff, because you're going to get so many tokens. Like, I would say, like, if I would actually spend money, I'd do the minimum possible to get into the top 10, and then just try to maintain that. If you see a lot of, if it's getting crowded, you try to push ahead further. With your levels and stuff, but you just do what you can to stay in the top 10. Getting 1,000 of that era currency a day is insane. So every 5 days you're gonna get a free Relic 5 character. And this is already pretty high for like a 2-week-old account, so I'm guessing they're gonna push forward. I wouldn't really. It's 2 weeks old. I mean, it's a spender account. It's got lightspeed tokens. I'd say go for Jabba ASAP after Executor. Honestly, you don't even have to rush Executor so much. It's just you're so close already. And I think the second account's going to be kind of similar to this too, but they might have picked a different route. So they also said they have a few tokens to get like 7 stars and relics. Like 2 Kyber tokens for any character and an Erodium token for any character. I'd say Piet for one of the Kyber tokens. Just get him 7 stars, get him up. TIE Fighter Pilot, like, it's gear 12 right there, but almost like a rating token for that. I would just knock out Executor. That'll get you set for the long haul. You don't need to rush anything else until you can farm for Leviathan, but you're gated from Proving Grounds, or unless you get like a bundle. So like the doorway is always open on things. Dengar could use one of those tokens. I use it to chase that. I would definitely go Jabba first GL instead of Leia. Because I'm sure you'll be able to beat... You can beat plenty of the Proving Grounds with Jabba. You're almost there to Proving Grounds already, which is crazy. but you're gonna want a lot of mods. So I would almost say Pirate King Hondo up there too. The assault battles will be easy to do. I don't think you need me to teach you on what to do for those. I'm sure all those will line up, but you don't need to. I would say don't push Challenge Tier 3 so hard. It's not as important as it used to be, and it's just a lot harder to get. Challenge Tier 1 is still really important, even for a new spender, because of a bunch of Zetas. You're low on Zetas, you're going to be strapped for Zetas. On the characters that aren't part of those anniversary tokens, which is a lot of characters. So they already have Paz. Do they have all these Mandalorians? I mean, it looks like it. They're gonna get Bo-Katan soon. Yeah, Keller and Beck 7-star. Or Relic 7. Which honestly, it's like tomorrow the token for him comes out. There's a picture, like they have it in the dates in the anniversary post, so you can refer to that. Yeah, there's Phoenix. First Order, I guess they got... It's like a permanent bundle now. So I have this. I don't know, I guess they're going for Slicker first. But I would say Jabba is a bigger priority. It's just your... So goes to Slicker that it does make sense. But you really want to focus on mods and Zetas. So all the Challenge Tier 1s. It should not be a problem to get Challenge Tier 1s. Especially with Relic Delta. Sith is something, I don't know if you'll... Well, yeah, Palette Vader. I think this might honestly be enough to do Challenge Tier 1 on its own, and then you just throw in a First Order character to, like, crew to meet the 7-star requirement. I think you'll be fine, Challenge Tier 1. Challenge Tier 2, yeah, you push for that, but it's... The return is limited. Imperial Remnants are still going to be a focus. And Poncho Bros, which it looks like they're working on. Oh, we want Omicron already? Excellent. Yeah, I mean, it's just like a super turbocharged approach to a new account. It's hard to keep up with what you want to do, but those are the big goals. And I don't feel bad saying those goals instead of the small goals, because they've gotten so much already so fast. I need to get big goals. So I'd say Jabba before Leia in this case. Star Killer's unlocked. I mean, you gotta get him. You gotta work on him. Ufu's still in Carbonite 5. I mean, you should be able to climb out of that. You just put a little elbow grease into it. But yeah, the Zeta is the mod that's gonna be the big focus. So put as many resources as you can into those. Yeah, a lot of it's just like hyperdrive stuff, all the level 80 gear 8 stuff. Yeah, no, I mean you're set. You have like nothing to worry about. Getting into a good guild, just an active guild. It's gonna be a big thing. So the mods, plus 105, which in 2 weeks, I think that's pretty good to have even approaching 100 speed on things. It looks like this team is the one you're running, which I don't think this is the team you focus on for like your best team, like an arena, but I guess it's the highest relic one. I don't know. This is weird. This is so trippy. Team would I run in Squad Arena? I don't know. Not that Squad Arena is important, it's just like kind of symbolic of what the best team you have is. Definitely Bo-Katan once you get her. And you're gonna need to apply the Zetas there, I think. I'm preparing to do Bo-Katan's event myself, and I was just test running it on my main account, and it was definitely hard. So you need Zetas on Paz and IG. It looks like you're working towards that, so. Yeah, I mean, make sure you're using, if you're not already, use Swigga.gg as the guide of like setup, protection, primary, and speed. Yeah, even though it's low speed, that's the right idea. Grief. I mean, give everyone you're actually using mods. That should be a big priority. Like, just slap some mods on. That's another reason Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and then the Pretty Pals are such a big thing too early, is because you get a lot of credits from them. And this early, I think that can... Well, I don't know. I don't know if this player's got a lot of credits or not, but yeah, that definitely plays into it. So yeah. Um, and then I say, you know, the Parity arc, as I put it in my free-to-play guide, is also a good thing to keep in mind. I think that's after Java, which is, you know, you get your Imperial Remnant up, and then you work on your Great Mother's team, put them together, get a Balin, and that's great for GAC. But yeah, you're going to be off to the races in no time. I am pretty sure about it. And then we have another review that's a similar situation, but a little bit different. Let's see the difference about a week apart. The second account in a similar situation is EVT. This is 1 week old. 3.3 million already. Unlike the first guy, they are using Galactic Republic to start, which is also good. I mean, that's fine. Like, you can rush Executor, but honestly, you're still going to dunk on people with a really developed Galactic Republic fleet too. And Galactic Republic definitely better than First Order. I think this opens you up if you haven't already started diving down the road to Executor. You can hold off. You can go for Java first or a Galactic Legend or something. And I think that's great. I do think if you are going to keep going down this road, okay, yeah, 2 of these are, looks like tokened. Relic 5, 6-star. Relic 6, 7-star. Tech. Well, this is what I'd say for Fleet. With Fleet, someone asked me recently what level to get your Galactic Republic pilots to. And this goes for free play as well as paid. I just do what you need to get 1 or top 5 or whatever is doable. And then you kind of stop. You can work on some other stuff. And then if you start struggling, you pour some more into the fleet. It's the top priority, but you don't need to blow so far past it. Now, in a mature shard, everyone's going to be like Relic 5, Relic 7, or something like that. And then just a lot of specifics. But yeah, do what you need to do. If you can get away with a Gear 9 Plo Koon for a while, you can. And this makes sense here. Like, the unique is maxed for the reinforcement. This, you do. The basic doesn't matter too much. Especially when you're really new and these ability mats are kind of hard to get. You definitely want to be sparing. So, like, anything poured into Marauder is worthwhile. Anything poured into Anakin is worthwhile. Including, well, the reinforcement. Yes, the reinforcement is worthwhile. Maybe with Houndstooth, Anakin can survive, but typically with Endurance, I like to bring Anakin off the bench so it can get a key, so it doesn't die, 1, and then it can get a key buff immunity if needed. So I like Marauder starting, of course, 5s, and then probably Houndstooth in this case. That's totally fine. Mace is going to get his own token, so I would just very soon just hold off for that. So that's good there. 5s, I mean, Gear 12 is probably fine. I would use, like, if you're spending and you have, like, tokens coming in, I use a Relic token on him, but bounty hunters. Yeah, I don't think you need to hyper rush Executor if you've already made strides towards building a solid Galactic Republic fleet, especially with Marauder already. You're not going to have much of a challenge. You don't need to beat Kyber players in your shard. You need to beat whoever's there. If you don't want to mess around, spend a lot of time climbing, then yeah, you want to do overkill. I don't know. So fleets, I'm not worried about fleets for this player. There's 0 Datacrons, area units. Yeah, I think we're over halfway through this era, I think. We're about to get the 4th Marquee. We've done 3 of them. I don't think it's worth pouring a ton of resources into now. I would pour all the resources you have into just building whatever you can. It's hard, though. It's just like, you start so far back in the middle of an era. It's hard to do. Unless you get if you've gotten placed into... I don't know how that works. If you got placed into a brand new era shard because you're a new account, yeah, I mean, it depends what your era shard's like. I don't really actually have insight into that, but if the top of your shard, if you get placed into an old shard, yeah, it's kind of hopeless. Don't worry about it. But if you get placed into a new shard, or new Earth Shard, and the top is not all level 85, 75, whatever. And the rank 30 player isn't like in the 60s or 70s or 50s or whatever. It might be worth investing into them in the middle of the era. I don't know. But next era, as a spender, definitely try to get into that top 10 and just stay there a little bit. Oh, Malicos. Pause. I guess there was a Bo-Katan bundle, so that's why both these players have Bo-Katan stuff. Bo-Katan definitely going to be a leg up early. And I guess both of these two accounts didn't have time, weren't able to join a Grand Arena yet, so they're obviously going to be in Carbonite 5. But yeah, next Grand Arena, they should start working their way up, I think. Malicos. I mean, Malicos really is only most valuable when you have a bunch of Omicrons. I mean, give a token to Seer. You get a chance. You need Seer and Cal. It's kind of the core team. And 3v3, Seer, Crew, and Malicos could be fine. On offense, Cal's in there, but defense, you put Crew. It's hard. It's hard to orient myself to, like, getting so far ahead. I'm all about, like, you know, the most efficient way to get through and not spend a lot and just... But if you are spending, you have so much after a week. I do think Java is the way. You need to focus on mods. It's something you can't buy directly. You just need to put a lot of time and effort into them. Captain Rex, yeah, that's like a token finish. Yeah, I mean, use the tokens. Just look ahead, scout, see what's coming up. Don't spend any other resources on those characters that are coming up. Challenge Tier 1, Assault Battle, still a priority. Challenge Tier 2 and 3. You'll get them, but it's just not like a huge thing, because the lower relic materials aren't hard to get anymore. As long as you're in an active guild, and the signal data is nice, but it's pretty small compared to like what you put in to get it. So yeah, definitely focus on Grand Arena, whatever you need to get into decent guilds. In Zetas. So yeah, that's those challenge tier 1s. And I mean, it's the same for everybody. These two, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan, gotta work on that. For credits, for, you know, Kyrotech, Year, they also have mod stuff, so it's highly worth it. It's just 2 characters, so honestly, they could be... If you start getting Erodium tokens, that could be number 1 and 2. Since you already have fleets locked down, that seems like a pretty good deal. Imperial Remnant, that the Peridia boys, Enoch, and those 2 zombie troopers, definitely good things to get early. Pirate King Hondo, I said that kind of for the last account too. I don't know if you want to go for Pirate King Hondo or not, but it's something to think about because you're starting in such a hole with mods, and this player has stated that their goal is to get to like high Kyber, and see how far they can get to that end, and how fast. And that's gonna take a lot, but mods are like a huge part of it. I mean, I like what I see in the roster. Of course, it's like just a bunch of tokens, so let's see how the mods are. But yeah, kind of those are my pointers for what to work on. Even slower than the first account, but this is like 1 week compared to 2 weeks. And this is where you see, like, you could have all these relics and everything, but you can't force your way to have good mods immediately. You need to work on them. It takes time. And this player, I am certain, knows how to mod things. Their other account is in one of the best guilds of the game, so I think they know exactly what to do. They just don't have... You can know exactly what to do, and you just don't have anything to do it with. It's like if you have a brilliant engineer and drop him in the middle of a woods on an island without any tools. Yes, he has some know-how, but he can't really do anything. And yeah, that's kind of what we're seeing here. But yeah, big focus. I would spend even up to the 100 crystal refreshes on mods every day. Challenges first and foremost, because you need mods to begin with. There are not mods on a lot of these characters. Farm the speed mods, because I think that'll have the most broad application. You get health mods from events. I don't know how many, like, that's over time, though. So I would do farm speed and farm health mods for the versatility, and offense mods. Those are the three big sets I would say to farm. Yeah, your Phoenix are gonna get you a couple assault battles. Your Palp Invader are too. Zeta's there. Definitely need Merciless Massacre Zeta. What? I mean, you can kind of wait till these assault battles come around, and then like really just maybe Horde a Zeta or so, and then just apply what you need to get through the assault battles. With the relics, I think you're fine for. I think this is probably more than enough to do challenge tier 1, with or without good mods. Just try to get some mods. It's hard to say what to do with it, like a spending account that's this far this early. The thing I'm the most sure of is Jabba before Leia, because yes, Leia is really important for Proving Grounds, or she's good at it, but Jabba can get most of them. Leia dunks on every single one of them, but Jabba can get most of them. Maybe like 2 have an issue, and the mods are like a huge thing. Not so much speed. And as confirmed by this, there are Lightspeed bundles for key conquest units that come around. So if you are a player that is willing to spend, you can kind of sidestep that whole Proving Grounds thing. So that's one consideration that's not exactly there. So Jabba parking hot. Definitely once the units start being accelerated for Pyroking Hondo, that's definitely one to go for. Slicker, like the bundles you got push you towards Slicker and Ray, yes, but you're not getting extra resources from them. It depends on your pace. Like if you are, so this player said they don't want to whale out, which, you know, it seems like they have already. It just depends on your perspective of what that means for spending. I think they are willing to dolphin out, like maybe $50 a month or something, which is a lot to a free player. Definitely, if I had that, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'd be like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I can get everything. I don't know what to do. But it depends what your pace is. Maybe Ray and Slicker, probably by the time you're farming Parking Hondo, you'll have Ray and Slicker. I think you go Jabba, Leia, Slicker, Ray, and then Parking Hondo or GL order. And I'm pretty sure this player will get that by within a year. Like I think that'll just happen. So yeah. And then fleets, if you start struggling with Galactic Republic, I got through a year and a half getting to rank 1 every day. Or not every day. Like, it took me a while to get to that point, and then after that, it still was viable for that long. But you do want to work on Executor at some point in there. It's just not, like, an enormous rush. But yeah, these assault battle guys are really important. But yeah, that's my thought on the Galactic Legend Order. So the Eternal sucks, so he can get on the back burner. JML, yeah, there's overlap, but he's also, like, pretty weak. JMK... I mean, JMK is great. It's just like everything they have come out now just dunks on him. Ahsoka is a good one too. It's just like she's a little bit further off. She has a repeating resource event, so that's a good Geo to look at. Leia, I just think Leia's the best, so I still have her high up there even for an account like this. But I'm pretty sure you'll have at least 4 GLs by the time you farm Hondo. So yeah, that'll be it for this one. There's not for this account. There's not. As we saw, there's not many mods to look at, but yeah, I hope that is some good direction. And the last account for today, the first one that is more than a couple weeks old, is Adwerski. They said they started playing in 2022 for a few weeks, but came back to the game in July 2024, and now they are a daily player. 6.5 million, Chromium 2. Said they were close to unlocking Leia. That was a couple months ago, so I feel like they must have her. And they'll do a Jabba and assault battles, maybe improve their fleet, focus on Grand Arena and trying to do guild projects. Said they used to spend a lot, but now they don't spend anything. So let's see where they're at. They're doing just fine in Fleet Arena. Well, I don't know. They could. That's kind of a hard place to climb from. You need to win every battle to climb to one from that. So maybe they need some work there. I don't know. Marauder. These might be hollow Bad Batch characters. No, they've slapped on some Omegas at least. No 6-dot mods, but that's good enough probably for Grand Arena second, third team play. Executor, no Profundity or Leviathan or anything. That's completely fine. Let me see, Sith. If you have Fury, definitely want to start working on it, but they don't. I'd say try to plan to unlock Leviathan once you're 6 weeks out, or just, like, start really working on those ships. Yeah, they're fine on fleets for now. Datacron's a little light, especially early, missing out on this set. With those, I mean, it was unforeseeable, but like these unlimited rerolls we have. Era stuff, yeah, pretty low. It's not really worth pouring into at this point, I don't think. Yeah, they got 4 GLs, as far as I can see. Yep. That's a good setup. I mean, Slicker and Lord Vader, Leia are very strong. JML has some good versatility. They already said they want to work on Java, but yeah, definitely get Java. We got Bo-Katan with all the Omicrons. We got Starkiller with a couple. Drogue and Obi-Wan has the Omicrons here. It's a good structured account. I feel like you could be higher than Chromium 2, though. But that, I mean, it's a thin line between Erodium 4 and Corodium 2 in between seasons. Yeah, I've got Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Imperial Remnant. Just like must-haves. They haven't started working on them. I definitely recommend it. Because with an account this size, I mean, you're ripe to do that. Like, try that Peridia Triangle with Imperial Remnant, Assault Battle, Great Mothers, and then get Balin. Shin is already there. Rock, not at all. That's interesting. I wonder why. Why work on Shin? They're not going to do anything with Merrick. I don't know. Bad Batch has nothing on them, and that's good. Skip them. I don't think they're good. I mean, these two can be good as an add-on to the Balin team in 5v5, but I think that new Bad Batch team is the most skippable team ever. Of the past 2 years or something. Got gas. How are your conquest units looking? Not unlocked. Well, Cat. No Maul, no Malicos. I mean, it looks like you were nice to your guild and you're helping to get Zepho. Spectre, yeah, nothing there. Jedi is obviously plenty stacked for those assault battles. It makes me a little sad to see Mace in Yoda so low, but I guess it makes sense. And they're gonna get tokens anyway, so. Sith, yeah. Is there anything you're not really dunking on for assault battles? Yeah, Night Sisters. Yeah, Night Sisters, that's part of that Peridia arc. It's like such an easy recommendation. But Phoenix, I mean, this is good. This gets you through Challenge Tier 2. So honestly, you're just only getting Challenge Tier 3 once you get those Night Sisters. Inks, you're gonna get in the new year at some point. So that's gonna be nice. Gungans are actually a pretty high value farm because all the requirements just feed into the team. You don't need to go farm anything else. Just you get the unlock and you have the team. So that's a really good value one there. They already have Bo-Katan, who's high value. We already talked about Balin. Next Galactic Legend, I would say after Jabba. I mean, Jabba is a clear next GL. I don't think you need to rush another GL. I'd say focus on all those monthly resource events. And if, like, build up your Executor, look up, I think you have the tools. You just need to, like, know what to do. Like, look up the Executor mirror. Just use, or the Leviathan mirror. Make sure you're using Mark 6 as a reinforcement. You can really dunk on Leviathan. You just need to unlock Mark 6. And climbing against Leviathan is so easy. So that's the easy thing there that you don't. It doesn't require like a ton of extra farming. You just get like a 2-star ship, and you're good to go. I think Ahsoka's probably next GL because it's a monthly income, and you do that after you do like the Balin rocket stuff. Those pretty units are poured into it, and then just these anniversary tokens. I think you give the Mandalorian one to Padawan Sabine. And then you're just on the lookout for anything else. Use tokens on whatever you need. Because you already have gas. That's a big deal. You already have a lot, like the Ahsokas. You have Cat and Relics. Not Relic 9, but... yeah, I think Ahsoka's after Jabba. As far as GLs. But with Assault Battles mixed in there. Okay, let's look at mods, and they have more than a couple weeks of mods, so this will be different than the last 2 accounts. 590 for Slicker, that's great. That's really good speed. Got quick damage triangle. There's not much extra offense at all, though. So, I mean, I also go with the speed setup. But I don't know, maybe some extra offense. Definitely some more offense percentage secondaries are needed. This isn't bad. Although without a crit damage triangle, I would expect higher protection for all 3 of these. I would go with crit damage triangle for him because he ends up being the big damage dealer in a lot of times, and that's a modifier that's not stacking through his mastery. So you want that in the equation, just that extra crit damage. JML for like 8, that's okay. That's good speed. Leia, speed and health. She could have more health, I think. She could definitely... Or maybe for like 7, that's... I don't know. More... No. I don't know. Maybe I'm just off in my calibration of what to expect. Drogon fastest non-GL. I don't know about that. He is offense, though. Offense set, so that's fine. R2, I mean, it's really poured into that Leia team. I can't say I hate it. Health, yeah, speed. Yeah, that's one of a couple of viable ways. I went offense on R2, but I think health is just fine. Gas being this fast, I don't know about that. He's a counterattacker, and... Once he goes down and he comes up, he's taking his turn anyway, and then he's getting turn meter once. I don't think you need him this fast. I think you can sacrifice some of that. Again, I also want a crit damage triangle on him, but then the rest of the protection's good. Appa, I don't know if Appa really needs to be that fast. I want damage on him. Offense set. Or Jade, I think it's appropriate that she's kind of falling in the priority. That's still decent modding. Revan, I do like him being fast. Starkiller. Great. I need crit again, need crit damage triangle. That seems to be a theme here. I don't know if you're not understanding the value of crit damage triangle. But it's more than a whole crit damage set. Which is not the same for like offense primary to offense set. An offense set gives you 15% offense, and a primary fully sliced is 8.5. That's like a little over half. Crit damage primary is at 42% compared to a set of 30. It's a really valuable primary for any damage dealer. She's pretty good. Protection. I don't know where you're using her. With Padme, or it should probably be health over protection, regardless where you're using her. That's pretty good. Yes, yes, yes. That is good. More health on Padme. Yeah, this is where the speed's falling off a little bit. Oh, Bo. So here's a character you actually don't really need a crit damage triangle because she's all about the true damage. So yeah, offense, offense, offense. And health is good. That's alright. I don't know, those secondaries aren't really screaming to me. Ooh, this is bad. You swap that for something else, slice it up. You want more offense percentage secondaries wherever you can. Like this needs an offense percentage secondary. This needs maybe flat offense because it's the primary. I still think you want a speed primary with offense percentage secondary on her. Who else is important nowadays? No. Well, Vader is important for assault battles. That's a little too slow. That's way too slow. I do like offense and potency on him if you have good set. If you like good mods, but if they suck, you might as well go with the speed set. But there's at least a crit damage triangle, so. Yeah, hard to say. There's a lot of slow characters here, so just overall the mod quality needs to come up. But yeah, that's my 2 cents across the board. Anyway, that'll do it for this one. My mouth's a little dry from talking so much, but yeah, this was an interesting round with 2 super new accounts and then this account. But anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.